to go to the other side of that wall. That's the United States right over there. But they can't, because every single day the Trump administration is only processing about 100 asylum applications. And with that, it'll take months for many of the people over here just to go to the United States legally. So many are trying illegal ways to get into the United States.
What are the conditions in the camp like? Because I was talking to our reporter Leila Santiago yesterday. It looked like there was a lot of water on the ground. People were complaining about access to food, about even the toilet facilities.
The conditions are terrible. What I see a lot of trash around me. I've been talking to families all day long. Many of the kids are sick. You can see people coughing. It is getting really cold at night. There's no possibility for them to go anywhere else.
Are more people continuing to arrive to stay at that camp?
Yeah, and they're coming every single day. They have hundreds more, sometimes thousands more. The number that I have are these. In this camp, last night there were about 6,000 people, but thousands more are coming. The new government tethering between 9,000 Central Americans to 15,000 Central Americans. And after Christmas, in January, February, more are coming.
Is there any sense from what you see or what you hear that frustrations could boil over to the point where there'll be another clash with Mexican officials, with U.S. Border Patrol?
Well, let me just say this. Trump is the wall for them, because they realize that they cannot go to the United States legally. And they also understand that that they might face tear gas again. Tear gas is not a strategy, but they learn very fast. So they are not trying to go in mass again to the American side, but they're doing something completely different and probably more intelligent. I was talking to some of our correspondents right here at the border. If you go 5 miles that way or 25 miles that way, the wall that you see behind me disappears. And guess what? I mean, if they don't see a legal possibility of applying for political asylum, they're just going to go a few miles and then they're going to try to cross. I mean, that's exactly what's happening right now in the Rio Grande Valley, where it's been reported record numbers of family units trying to cross. That is what's happening. So if there's not a legal possibility for them to go to the United States, they're going to try to do illegally.
Just finally, the people that you've spoken with there who have been met with long waits to claim asylum, I mean, if they're not going to go to someplace else, are they planning to just stay where they are now and hope eventually to have their claim heard? Yeah,
I think if President Trump wanted to send a message to Central America that people shouldn't come, that message really hasn't reached them. More people are coming. They're willing to stay here. I've talked to many of them throughout the day, and they're willing to wait as long as it is necessary, because for them it's not a possibility to go back to their countries of origin. I mean, we're talking about thousands of dollars to go back to the countries of origin. And they decided to come with the caravans because they didn't have to pay the coyotes $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to come to the United States. So once they are here, once they saw the possibility of coming collectively, therefore, without having to pay the coyotes and being more protected, they're not going to go back to their countries of origin. So this is a real crisis, a humanitarian crisis, an international crisis. It has to be resolved by many countries, and tear gas is not a strategy. Tear gas was used. They understand it could be used again, but they're trying completely different ways of getting to the United States.
Jorge Ramos, I appreciate your